Hello and welcome back. So once again, continuing with the TerrainManager.
Right. Let's see. What was I going to do in this one? Oh, yeah. We're going to do some helper methods. So what we're going to do is implement a method for checking whether or not we are inside of the range. So we're going to send a range in, and this is basically just going to do a range check to figure out if that patch is in that given range or not. So we'll start with that one. So that'll be a public static. It's going to return a bool, and I'm going to call it in range. This is going to take in two vector 2s. So vector 2, this will be P1 for our first position, and then a vector 2, this will be P2 for our second position, and then a float, and we'll make this a range. Now, our range check is going to be a fairly simple equation that will be if mathf dot absolute value of p1.x minus p2.x is less than equal to range, and mathf dot absolute p1.y minus p2.y is less than equal to range. If both of those are true, then I'm going to return true. Reg run. All right, nice. So that will return true, that else. But if it fails, then I'm just going to return false. So that will be our range check. Now, we need to be able to enable and disable patches. So to do that will be a public static void enable patch. And that will be a vector 2. And I'm going to take in position. So if not patches position dot enabled. So basically, if we're not enabled, then I want to enable that patch. So it would be patches position dot enable. Whoops. Enabled equals true. Disable patch is pretty much, well, not pretty much, is exactly the opposite. So we'll call this one disable patch. So we'll check, make sure we're not disabled. I can't even say that word. All right, so, oh yeah, that was great. All right, so we're going to check if enabled. So if we are enabled, then we're going to set enabled to false. So those are the three easy ones. Now for the complicated one, which isn't that bad. So this is just a remove patch. And then my fingers are dyslexic. So vector 2, position. Yes, I know, I'll make you static so you'll be happy. There. Now you should be happy. Now we're going to be static. What we're going to do is go if patches.contains key, and we're going to look for our position. So if it contains this key, we'll do a second check that says if patches position dot recycle, because if you remember, recycle returns the true or false whether or not it was able to recycle that patch, because we've got to do two different things. If the patch was recycled, we're going to have to go to the vertex cache and do some work. Unfortunately, we don't have a vertex cache yet. So do some stuff with the vertex cache.
That works.
Yep. And then other than that, we're going to say patches dot remove position, because we want to remove this patch from the patches list, whether regardless we were able to recycle it. But we're only going to do the work with the vertex cache if we truly did recycle that patch.
Right.
So that will take care of those. So like I said, a little bit more complicated, but not much so. So those will be our 4 helper methods that we're going to need when we come back in the next video and finish up the update method.
Okay, so does that wrap it up for this one?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Well, with that concludes the video. Thanks a lot, everyone.